In this video, we're going to break down a complete step-by-step guide on how to get your real estate license in the state of Arkansas. And in this video, we're going to cover a couple of important things. First, we're going to break down a step-by-step guide. Then I'm going to share with you some of the costs associated with getting your real estate license and getting started. And then lastly, I'm going to share with you some important tips on how to pick a brokerage so you have the highest chances of success. Let's dive right into the video. My name is Chris from the Empire Real Estate YouTube channel. Before we get started, I want to offer you our free guide on how to get your real estate license and start your real estate career. A lot of the things that we talk about in this video will be in that guide, plus a couple extra things. So if you want your copy, click the link down below in the description and you can get that copy for free. I hope you enjoy it. Lastly, stick around to the end of the video for some tips on how to pick the right brokerage. This is highly important because if you didn't know, real estate has a 87% failure rate. The majority of people that get into this business fail out of the business. So I think this is one of the most important things for new agents to hear. So these tips will be at the end of the video. So let's dive into the exact steps on how to get your license and get started. First things first, you have to meet the basic requirements. In Arkansas, you're gonna have to be at least 21 years old and you're gonna have to have a high school diploma or its equivalent. The next thing, you're gonna have to pass a background check, and they're gonna check for anything in your record that would point to criminal history. So if you think you have that, you might want to contact the real estate commission and talk to them about that situation and see if they're willing to make exceptions. But once you pass this, it's time to jump into your real estate pre-license classes. In Arkansas, you only have to complete 60 hours of real estate pre-license class. This is actually one of these states that have a lower requirement. So to get these done, you have to get these done with a state-approved real estate school, and we actually recommend Real Estate Express. The reason we recommend them is they have really comprehensive classes, but you can also do them at your own pace. They offer these classes in an online setting. So if you're working a 9-to-5 job and you're super busy, we highly recommend you check them out. And there's an affiliate link down in the description below. And they oftentimes run some sales. So see if they have anything going on at this current time. Next, it's time to actually pass the real estate exam. In this case, you're going to go to Pearson VUE and you could bring a couple basic things. The first thing to get into the testing center is you're going to need 2 forms of identification, and you can bring a basic non-scientific calculator for the math portion of the real estate exam. A couple quick tips to pass this exam is you're going to want to take your time. You have plenty of time to complete this exam. In fact, most people actually finish the exam early. So make sure you read the questions multiple times. They are multiple choice and sometimes they can be a little tricky. So read through them a couple times and then submit the answer that you feel is best. Once you have this all completed, so you did your pre-license classes, you had your background check done, and you passed your exam, you want to bundle all those things up and you're going to send it over with your real estate license application. This might take a couple weeks to process, but this is almost the last step to getting your license. Next, you're gonna have to find a sponsoring broker. In the state of Arkansas, you're going to have to be affiliated with a brokerage, so you need a place to hang your license. In this case, you want to be extremely cautious and ask some very specific questions before getting involved with a real estate brokerage. Because like I mentioned before, the majority of real estate agents that get into this business and actually do get licensed, they don't end up making it because the business is kind of complex. There's a lot of things you need to learn, and getting involved with the right brokerage can make a huge difference. So here are a couple questions I would ask when you sit down with your interview for your next brokerages. The very first thing is, are they going to provide a mentor? Mentorship is super important in real estate. You need someone that is going to answer your phone call when you run into a problem. In your first 3 to 5 deals, you're going to run into all kinds of situations that you've never seen before. And having a mentor that has experience in those situations will be a complete game changer, and it will help you get through them with complete confidence. Next, you want to find a brokerage that actually has a training system in place. Having a mentor is great, but having a mentor plus a training system that you can follow on your free time and kind of is going to walk you through the entire process of going from a brand new agent to somebody that's established is a complete game changer. Now, not every brokerage has this. Not every brokerage has this in depth of training, but I would definitely ask the question, and if you can find one that does have this, it will be a huge win for you. Next, you want to ask them how they're going to help you generate business. What kind of plans do their agents do to generate new deals? In a lot of cases, they're going to tell you to call your sphere of influence. These are the people that you know. This is like your friends and family. Unfortunately, this doesn't work for everybody. When I was 22 years old, building a business just off my family and friends wasn't ideal. So what I did is I went to the marketing approach and I ended up buying leads and doing all kinds of stuff. Luckily, it worked out. But what I would do if I was starting all over again is I would ask, what are they going to do to help you generate new business? This is a very, very important question, because without a way to generate business, you're never going to have any revenue. And if you don't have any revenue, you're probably going to fail pretty quick. Lastly, do not focus on the commission splits alone. I know this isn't what you want to hear. I didn't want to hear it either. When I first got involved with real estate, I went for the place that had the highest commission split. And this was the wrong approach. I could have put myself in a very bad situation, because oftentimes the higher the split, the less mentorship and less access you have to trainings, because they simply don't have the revenue to reinvest back into the agents. Now, this isn't always the case. Sometimes you can get a high split plus a lot of mentorship. So definitely look around. But if you have to pick between a lot of mentorship and a high split, I would choose the mentorship every single time. Next, I want to talk to you about the actual cost to get licensed. You might be saying, this sounds great. I feel like I can do this. I think I'm ready to take my classes, and I think I'm ready to start my new career. So let's go over some of the costs. You're actually going to be probably surprised in a pleasant way at how little it costs to actually get your real estate license. The very first thing I want to talk to you about is the pre-license education classes. Now, these are 60 hours of classroom time, and you might be thinking this is going to cost a lot of money. The good news is it usually doesn't. In most cases, you can get these classes done between $300 and $600. Again, I would highly suggest clicking the link below. Check it out, see if they have any sales going with the Real Estate Express. There's an affiliate link down there, and they do a really good job. Next, you want to look at your background check. In the state of Arkansas, it's going to cost you about $50 to get your background check done. Next, it's time to actually take the real estate exam. In Arkansas, when you're ready to take this exam, it's going to cost you about $96. Then you're going to submit your application. So the application in the state of Arkansas is going to be about $60. Last but not least, you're going to get your fingerprints done, and that's going to be about $40. Then once you get licensed, you're going to have some additional fees like E&O insurance, which can cost between $200 and $500 per year. So all in all, you can get this done. I would budget maybe $1,000 or $2,000, and you can have yourself a real estate business. Now, it's going to take time, it's going to take work, it's going to take effort, but if this is something that you truly want to do, it should be attainable for most people. So if you like this video, definitely drop a comment in the comment section below. If you have questions, also drop a comment down there. And if you're going to get your real estate license this year, I would love to hear about it, and drop that in the comment section below too. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day.